Early life and introduction to football. Igor Chugainov was born on October 17, 1973, in the city of Leningrad, now known as St. Petersburg, Russia. Raised in a country that was on the brink of significant political and social transformation, Chugainov's early life was influenced by the dynamic changes sweeping through the Soviet Union during the 1980s and early 1990s. As a young boy, Chugainov developed a love for sports, and football was quickly identified as his passion. His athletic ability, combined with a natural talent for the game, set him apart from his peers. He began playing football at a young age, joining local youth teams in St. Petersburg. Chugainov's early development as a footballer was nurtured in the youth systems of various local clubs, but it was with the famed Zenit St. Petersburg Academy that he began to emerge as a promising young talent. The academy was known for its emphasis on developing technically gifted players who could also adapt to the tactical demands of the game. Chugainov was a quick learner, and his ability to read the game, combined with his strong work ethic, allowed him to rapidly progress through the ranks. At the age of 17, Chugainov was invited to join Zenit St. Petersburg's first team in 1990. The club, which had a rich history in Soviet football, was one of the top teams in Russia, and its stature in the game presented Chugainov with a significant opportunity to showcase his abilities. His natural footballing intelligence, combined with his disciplined approach to training, allowed him to quickly integrate into the senior squad. Breakthrough at Zenit St. Petersburg. Chugainov's breakthrough into professional football came in the early 1990s when the Russian Premier League was in its formative years following the collapse of the Soviet Union. As the country navigated its transition into a new era, the domestic football league was still evolving and the competition was fierce. Despite the turbulence surrounding the Russian football landscape, Zenit St. Petersburg emerged as a stable force in the domestic game, and Chugainov's talents were an asset to the team. He made his debut for Zenit St. Petersburg in 1991, and quickly established himself as a versatile midfielder. Known for his vision, passing range, and technical ability, Chugainov was capable of controlling the tempo of the game and contributing to both defensive and offensive phases of play. His intelligence on the pitch allowed him to excel in various midfield roles, whether as a central playmaker or as a defensive midfielder. During his early years at Zenit, Chugainov gained valuable experience playing in both domestic competitions and European tournaments. He was a key player in Zenit's midfield, helping the team challenge for top positions in the Russian Premier League. As a result of his performances, Chugainov began to attract attention from other top Russian clubs and foreign teams looking to bolster their squads. International recognition and success with Spartak Moscow. In 1995, after 4 successful years at Zenit St. Petersburg, Chugainov made the move to Spartak Moscow, one of the most prestigious clubs in Russia. The transfer was a significant step in his career, as Spartak Moscow was the dominant force in Russian football at the time, consistently winning the Russian Premier League and competing in European competitions. It was with Spartak that Chugainov's career truly flourished, and he began to earn recognition both domestically and internationally. At Spartak Moscow, Chugainov became an integral part of the team's midfield. His tactical awareness, composure on the ball, and work ethic made him a perfect fit for the fast-paced, high-pressing style of play that Spartak was known for under the management of Oleg Romantsev. The club's dominance in Russian football, coupled with Chugainov's ability to dictate play in the middle of the park, helped him achieve success in both domestic and European competitions. Chugainov's time at Spartak Moscow was marked by consistent success in the Russian Premier League. He played a key role in the club's league-winning campaigns, providing a solid presence in the midfield and contributing to the team's creative play. His ability to break up opposition attacks and launch counterattacks with his precise passing was crucial to Spartak's successes during the late 1990s and early 2000s. Chugainov's ability to adapt to different roles within the team, from defensive midfielder to attacking playmaker, made him a valuable asset to the squad. His versatility on the pitch allowed Spartak Moscow to utilize him in various tactical setups, making him one of the most important players in the squad. His consistent performances earned him recognition from Russian national team coaches, and in 1997, Chugainov earned his first cap for the Russian national team. International career and major tournaments. Chugainov's international career with Russia spanned several years, during which he played in multiple World Cup and European Championship qualifiers. His debut for the Russian national team came in 1997. And over the course of his career, he earned more than 30 caps for his country. Known for his technical ability, work rate, and versatility, Chugainov played a crucial role in the Russian midfield during a period of transition for the national team. Despite Russia's relative struggles in major international tournaments during this time, Chugainov's professionalism and consistent performances made him a key figure for the team. He played a pivotal role in Russia's qualification for the 2002 FIFA World Cup, although the team ultimately failed to make it past the group stages of the tournament. Nevertheless, Chugainov's performances at both the club and international levels solidified his reputation as one of Russia's most reliable and experienced midfielders. Chugainov's international career was marked by his adaptability and tactical intelligence. He could seamlessly transition between defensive and offensive roles in the midfield, making him a highly valued player for the national team. His leadership on the pitch and his ability to read the game made him a vital presence in the Russian squad. Later years and retirement. In the mid-2000s, after several successful years with Spartak Moscow, Chugainov began to face increased competition for a starting spot in the team. He had been one of the club's stalwarts for nearly a decade, but as new talent emerged, he found himself looking for new challenges. In 2005, Chugainov made the decision to leave Spartak Moscow and signed with Lokomotiv Moscow, another top Russian club. His time at Lokomotiv Moscow was less successful than his tenure at Spartak, but he continued to contribute to the team's midfield with his experience and tactical intelligence. Chugainov played for Lokomotiv for a few more seasons before deciding to retire from professional football in 2008. By this time, he had accumulated over 300 club appearances and had become one of Russia's most respected midfielders. After his retirement from playing, Chugainov transitioned into coaching, where he used his vast knowledge of the game to help develop the next generation of Russian footballers. He took on several coaching roles at various clubs and youth academies, helping to nurture young talents in the Russian football scene. Legacy and impact. Igor Chugainov's legacy as a player is defined by his versatility, consistency, and tactical intelligence. He was one of the most reliable midfielders in Russian football during the late 1990s and early 2000s, capable of playing in a variety of midfield roles. His ability to control the pace of a game, both in attack and defense, made him a key player for both his club sides and the Russian national team. Though he did not achieve the same level of international success as some of his peers, Chugainov's contributions to Russian football were invaluable. He was part of a golden generation of Russian footballers who helped establish Russia as a competitive force on the European stage. His time at Zenit St. Petersburg, Spartak Moscow and the Russian national team cemented his place in Russian football history. In conclusion, Igor Chugainov was a footballer whose career was defined by his tactical nous, versatility, and ability to adapt to various roles in the midfield. His time at top Russian clubs, combined with his international appearances, made him one of the key figures in Russian football during the late 1990s and early 2000s. His post-retirement career as a coach has helped ensure his lasting influence on Russian football, as he continues to pass on his knowledge to future generations.